We either have a country or we don't. It's time to choose a side. Borders are. Tom Homan is here now. Mr. Homan, what happened over the weekend here?
Well, you said exactly right. I came in Wednesday to kick off an operation on Friday, and it was a criminal operation. We served criminal search warrants at several places of businesses that were involved with money laundering, tax evasion, and customs fraud, bringing in over $86 million of unclaimed imports and skipping on $17 million of tariff taxes. And it's a part of a bigger investigation having to do with money flowing to Mexico and Colombia that fund the cartels, the drug cartels. So we were serving arrest warrants. We were serving criminal search warrants. And that's when the protest started. And as you said earlier, outside this arrest warrant, we arrested 40 illegal aliens working with these businesses. We also arrested significant criminal public safety threats. You mentioned it.
So they have 40 people just working there? I wonder how many illegal aliens they actually have working in that city. Like, I wonder what the actual number is. I'm curious.
Child sexual predators, people that committed murder, people that committed
I don't know,
significant
over
domestic violence, and one was a penetration of a foreign object into a young lady.
State?
So we took the men and women's rights in those 2 days, made LA much safer. So the mayor should have been thinking ICE, the governor should have been making ICE. Instead of that, they want to call them terrorists. They want to call them racist. And that rhetoric has caused this protest. And I was there the first 2
I think that he's right about that. That, like, obviously, like, I don't think that they shouldn't be allowed to say that. Like, I don't think it should be illegal. But I think it's bad that they're saying it. Like, the entire idea that, like, it's racist to deport these people, that's crazy, right? It's absolutely crazy. And it's just, again, like, you shouldn't say that. But I disagree with it. And, bro, about 98% of illegal immigrants are housed and employed. They're not migrant homeless camps in LA, is there? I'm not sure, right? I mean, I guess some of them are. But, yeah, I mean, they have a housing problem. Houses are really expensive, and you've got a bunch of people living in these houses that aren't even supposed to be in the country. And I feel like there's a pretty easy solution there.
Nights. It was out of control. The city was burning. Governor Newsom did nothing. The mayor did nothing. So President Trump, God bless him, he sent the National Guard in to save property and save lives. And I salute him for doing it.
Well, you mentioned the governor. He says he wants you to arrest him. Well, what would you arrest him for?
Well, look, I was interviewed by an embassy reporter. He asked me about the protesters. So look, they got the right to protest, but they can't cross that line. They can't impede our enforcement efforts. They can't put hands on our officers. They can't knowingly harbor and conceal illegal aliens from us.
Isn't that, it's so obvious. I don't know why people don't get it.
Says, so if they cross that line, they're going to be prosecuted. And the question was, well, how about Mayor Bass and Governor Newsom? What if they cross that line? I says, they'll be prosecuted too. Haven't they said for the last 4 years, no one's above the law? They cross the line, we'll seek prosecution. You and I would be held accountable. They prosecuted President Trump. No one's above the law. That's what they said. Either is the Governor Newsom. If he crosses that line, we'll simply ask the Attorney General to seek prosecution. It wasn't a threat. No one threatened to arrest him. But if he crosses that line and commits a crime, he's no better than anybody else who will seek prosecution.
Do you feel like the politicians are extorting you, extorting the country? Because they're saying, when ICE leaves, then we'll stop rioting.
They absolutely are. They're saying they're threatening this chaos. They're basically sacrificing everybody's well-being in the city in order to push this narrative. That's exactly what they're doing.
Well, I was saying, leaving. Well, as a matter of fact, we got over 100 teams out today enforcing immigration law, and we're going to flood the zone. I've said for a month, sanctuary cities, you don't want us to arrest these bad guys that you just listed out. We could arrest them in the safety and security of the county jail, but they won't let us into jail. They release them into the community, which means we got to send a whole.
I saw earlier. It's like I don't see how somebody can view that as like this is the better option. It's like how can you not see how unsafe that is?
A bunch of teams in the community to find this dangerous person that don't want to be found. So sanctuary cities are going to get exactly what they don't want. More officers in the communities and more officers in worksite. We can't arrest them in the jail or arrest them in the community. If we can't arrest them in the community, we're going to increase worksite enforcement operation. We're going to flood the zone. And based on what LA is doing right now, we're going to continue to flood the zones. We're going to be there tonight. We're going to be there tomorrow. We're going to be there every day in the next 4 years arresting public safety threat illegal aliens. We're not going to apologize for doing it.
Thank God.
So we're not going anywhere, Jesse. We're going to do the job the American people voted Donald Trump in office for. We're going to make America safe again, one illegal alien criminal at a time. And this is another reason we need the big, beautiful bill passed so we can hire more ICE agents, get more technology, and help us find these people. Look, we got over 20 million illegal aliens.
It's actually crazy what's going to happen is because they're going to use like that Palantir tech and shit and like go like mass surveillance with this because these people don't want to just, like hand over the illegal aliens. And people are going to be happy about it too. Like, that's it.
In this country, we got less than 5,000 deportation officers. We're outnumbered. You want more criminals taken off the street? You want more efficient operations? Then they need to pass this bill and fund ICE and fund the Border Patrol to keep President Trump's promise to the American people.
Yeah, of course.
All right, Tom Homan, great speaking with you. Please stay safe, and hopefully all the officers stay safe as well. Thank you so much.
No, the thing is, like with the Patriot Act Part 2, that's what people think is going to happen. I think that is what's going to happen, by the way. So this is a guy even who's in California.
Absolutely appalled that we are at this point in society where people come out and think that this is okay.
Yeah.
And then it makes it 100
Riverside, California. The guy's name literally is Chad.
times worse when you have politicians that are encouraging it, that are not calling it what it is, which is criminal activity. The lying to all of us, lying to the media, and purposely using the word peaceful while maybe they should look at their phones or their TVs, because I have law enforcement officers that are being shot at, that are being injured, that are being hurt, vehicles being damaged, things being burned, and they're calling it peaceful. It is a disgusting display of partisan politics. I wish they would all just put their phones down, be quiet, and let law enforcement handle this how it should be handled, which is the complete enforcement of law and holding criminals accountable. It's rotten.
It's crazy how somebody can be like, no, this guy's a Nazi. No, this guy's wrong. No, you can't just do that.
Bottles, tools, weapons
that.
being thrown at us. You watched multiple vehicles destroyed yesterday by bricks. There are people hauling bricks into this zone and then dropping them off and leaving them there for weapons. And then,
bro, they literally are making ammo drops.
Our deputies and our police officers they're being used against us. And we're being hit with bottles. We're being hit with glass bottles, with tools, with rocks, with bricks. This is not.
Do you support any pathway for citizenship to people that have been here for many years and have established themselves as good people? No. Because if you do that, then you create an incentive for a person to come over here because there's a chance they can take advantage of it. People follow incentives. If you came here illegally and you're not supposed to be here, you gotta go. No more carrots. You give people carrots, you know what you get whenever you put out carrots? You get rabbits. That's what happens. You're not a good person you're not a good person if you're still here illegally? Yeah, I mean, there's also that too. But, like, I'm saying in general, like, no, I don't. And the reason why I don't is that I don't think that it will. I think that it will encourage more bad behavior. I think it will be counterproductive, and it will just simply escalate the amount of illegal immigration because people would think that they could come over to the country, fly under the radar for a while, and then sign up for this program. So, like, I don't think that this strategy is effective. Like, I mean, if you want my pragmatic opinion, yeah, sure, right? I mean, like, obviously, like, some people here probably don't need to get deported, but there's no real way that we can decide that without creating another cascade effect that will negatively affect the future. I mean, I think that like it's common sense, right? That not every illegal alien here is a bad person or a big problem. No, but you can't figure out, like, any way that you use to distinguish who's okay and who's not will also be used as an incentive to have more people come here who aren't.
A peaceful protest. It isn't even a protest anymore. It is a violent riot. And if they are going to try and do harm, then it is the responsibility of law enforcement to win that confrontation and all of them need to go to jail. We know that gunfire has been reported. I know that there is a report of an officer being shot already. I'm not sure of the circumstances, so I don't know if it was pertaining to what is going on, or if it was involving something in the peripheral. I don't know.
That's
It's
bad.
quite frankly, it's irrelevant. We are responsible for keeping people and property safe, and when people come and attack us, then we need to make sure that they're held accountable. They are trying to violently influence something by political action. That is what this is.
He's literally right, and everybody can see that. I mean, I'm gonna play this back because it is.
We need to make sure that they're held accountable. They are trying to violently influence something by political action. That is.
There's a word for that. Oh, people don't like that word. Oh, not a good word.
Is what this is. That is what everything that the Constitution stands against. That is what law enforcement stands against, and that is what will facilitate the downfall of our civilized society.
Absolutely true. 100%. There seems to be a disregard of property. Well, that's because people think that it's okay to destroy property because it's not an actual person. I think that thinking is ridiculous. And it's also like, by the way, the only reason people think that is because they want to destroy property. Like they would never want their property destroyed. Of course not. But they would be fine with other people's property getting destroyed. And so, or they have insurance. Well, I don't know. Like, there's definitely that. Yeah, they have insurance because like people don't understand how insurance works.
Civilized society has an adherence to the rule of law, and there is consequence for breaking that social compact. And when politicians encourage this behavior, which that's exactly what they are doing, is encouraging this behavior, encouraging people to come out and participate in these riots.
Yep.
And they lie to us and say that they're encouraging a peaceful protest. No, they're not. They know exactly what they're doing. This is
what they do, and they say is they act like these violent actions are a natural consequence of the law being upheld. And because they act like it's a natural consequence of the law, that allows them to place the blame on the other people that are doing it.
Beyond peaceful protest, this is now a political action, and they are using violence and the threats of violence in order to get their way, and we absolutely must stomp this into the ground and stop it from happening.
Oh, there it is.
Chief of police from the largest police agency in the country said that they are being overwhelmed. Governor Newsom needs to put his phone down, go sit in his house behind the comfort of his TV screen and a couch, and be quiet, because he is doing nothing but fueling this process. He needs to stay out of the way of law enforcement. He knows nothing about this. He knows absolutely nothing about the enforcement of law. He despises the enforcement of law, and he has encouraged this. He has enabled this lawless act that is going on right now. This has been years in the making that he has encouraged. So quite frankly, I don't care what he says. He says everything in a disingenuous manner for his own personal political gain, and we are suffering the consequences.
I mean, yeah, definitely. And next to governor, I mean, if this kind of shit keeps up, I could easily see somebody like that winning California, because I think that people really downplay the amount of people that are seeing this and getting very, very upset about it. And you're seeing also now they're like, and this is again kind of what I was hoping would happen, but it looks like they're going to go out of their way and try to do even more of this now.
Mr. President, these protests obviously started in reaction to these large-scale ICE operations in Los Angeles. Should people expect to see similar operations in the rest of the country?
Yeah.
And will similar protests see similar response?
As you know, we're moving murderers out of our country that were put here by Biden or the auto pen. The auto pen really did. I mean, the people, whether it's Lisa Monaco or whoever operated the auto pen, these are criminals. The people are criminals that allowed these criminals into our country. And I don't think that Biden knew what the hell he was doing. I don't think he even knew about it. But when they opened up our borders for the whole world to come in, we're going to get them out. We're getting them out. We're starting to get acknowledgement from the courts that, you know, as a system. They come in without courts and they go out. They want trials and everything else. I think that's starting to work out now. Judges are starting to see what a terrible situation it is. Many of those people that you saw on television last night are criminals that were allowed in.
It's honestly incredible that they don't see what they're doing is just furthering the ICE raids more. Yeah, I mean, and justifying it more. I think so too. I mean, like, whenever I see a bunch of people going out there and doing this stuff as a result of the ICE raids, the main thing I'd want to do is more ICE raids. I mean, I feel like that's 100%.
To our country by Biden.
Definitely.
And they want to stay, and we don't want them. And they come from jails, and they come from mental institutions, and they come from all over the world, not just South America. And we're not going to let them stay. And this is the first, perhaps, of many, or perhaps, if we didn't attack this one very strongly, you'd have them all over the country. But I can inform the rest of the country that when they do it, if they do it, they're going to be met with equal or greater force than we met right here. We did a great job. The people, you, Christy, and Tom Homan, and all.
Yeah, I mean, this is, thank God. And, oh, they got another one here.
With the situation in California?
If there's an insurrection, I would certainly invoke it. We'll see. But I can tell you last night was terrible.
I think they probably should do it, honestly, especially if they don't want to start cooperating with the federal government. Like, I mean, really, if you have a state that is not cooperating with the federal government and is openly defying the federal government, I'm pretty sure that's a fucking insurrection. Right? I mean, they're in open defiance of the federal government. That's not the United States of America.
Before that was...
I mean, honestly, it should have happened 2 days ago.
Terrible. We have, as you've seen, it was on most of your networks, people with big, heavy hammers pounding the concrete and pounding curbs, pounding it, breaking up, and handing these big chunks of concrete to people. And they were taking that concrete, going up on bridges and dropping it into the roof of a car. They were throwing it at our police. They were throwing it at our soldiers that are there. And we got it stopped, and we have them in custody right now. Look, if we didn't get involved, right now, Los Angeles would be burning, just like it was burning a number of months ago with all the houses.
It's crazy that Gavin Newsom thinks that somehow he's going to be president. Why? So you can light the rest of the country on fire? Holy fuck. Like, this dude, like, every time I hear about something bad happening, it's either in Florida or California. That's it. And, like, if it's something that's stupid with, if it's a stupid redneck thing, it's happening in Florida. If it's a stupid leftist thing, it's in California. Every fucking time. New York. Yeah, in New York every once in a while, too. Yeah, you're right.
That were lost. Los Angeles right now would be on fire, and we have it in great shape. We're not playing around.
How will you determine whether or not there is an insurrection?
Well, you'll take a look at what's happening. I mean, I could tell you there were certain areas of Los Angeles that you could have called it an insurrection.
Yeah, 100%.
It was terrible. But these are paid insurrectionists. These are paid troublemakers. They get money. And when you take a look at what they do, where they show up and everyone's saying, what's he doing? He's pounding the curbs. This one guy's pounding the curb, breaking the curb, and handing big pieces of granite. In some cases, it's granite and concrete to other people. And they're running out with it. And then we watch the other people, and they try and throw it into the face of the soldiers, throw it into the face of the police, and they hurt some people very badly. They go up on bridges, they drop it down on the cars as the cars are moving. They're not breaking the curb because they're doing a demolition service. They're breaking it to hand out to people as a weapon.
Oh, Jesus.
It's bad stuff. I've never seen that before.
Mr. President, how soon do you want to see FEMA?
The reason why we have people doing that, I think, is because of how many survival games we have nowadays. Is you got all these survival games that they make, and they show you how to do this, and honestly, like, it's just like, yeah, of course that's what happens. Of course that's what it is. Yeah, can I arrest players? Yeah, because, like, they're used to it now. They've been trained. And they've been doing this again here or there. ICE literally just did another raid in Omaha. Well, okay. Well, I guess now now you're not going back. Good one. Good one. Yeah, do that 2 more times, then you get to stay in the city. For sure, man. For sure, buddy. Oh.
Hey, who's the scissor lift operator?
Oh.
Yes.
Just trying to be hard, man. Yeah, I guess so. Get them out of here. Yep, that's right. They're getting as many as they can. And so they're doing even more raids now today. And by the way, this is the proper response, is that at the moment that people start complaining and crying about this and they start thinking that they can push back against it, then you do it 100 times worse all over the country. That's the main way you do it. Because that way you double down. Yep, that way nobody thinks that, because the worst thing that you can do for these people is that you can reward them. You do something that is like they feel like they're gaining ground or they're getting ahead of it.